Hello, I'm Eric Green, Director of NHGRI, and I'm joined here with Ellen Rolfes, NHGRI's Executive Officer. We are both delighted to honor NHGRI staff who are the recipients of 2022 NIH Directors Awards. Each year, institutes and centers submit award nominations for consideration by the NIH Director, and this year, NHGRI is honored to have received 15 awards, 6 that NHGRI submitted, and 9 that were submitted by other institutes and centers that included NHGRI staff among the award recipients. So let's get started with the announcement of award recipients for the 2022 NIH Directors Award ceremony. In the scientific medical category, I am pleased to recognize the ENCODE program leadership team for successful planning, management, and operation of the final phase of the NHGRI Encyclopedia of DNA Elements, known as ENCODE, project. Throughout their involvement in this long-term project, the current ENCODE program team have demonstrated remarkable dedication, creativity, and leadership. All members of the ENCODE team bring different strengths to the project, and they have all had a remarkable team-oriented approach to leading and contributing at both tangible and intangible ways to advance the project goals. Through these outstanding efforts to oversee the completion of the ENCODE project, the current members of the ENCODE project leadership team have demonstrated the highest standards in the programmatic and scientific leadership of an extramural research program. And for these reasons, they are highly deserving of an NIH Director's Award. Mike Pazin and Dan Gilchrist, and ENCODE's team leads, will now share a few words.
Thank you. We are very grateful for this honor and the ability to work on this important project that has contributed to improving the human condition. We are grateful to be able to serve taxpayers as a patriotic duty and to serve the scientific community as well. The products of science are always incomplete and inaccurate, waiting to be improved by others. Yet the ENCODE resource was well done in ways that make a valuable, if imperfect, resource for the scientific community. I am proud to be one member of the NHGRI team of scientific managers. Thanks to our colleagues Elise Feingold and Peter Good, who started this project many years ago. It is our privilege to work with a highly engaged, extremely smart, and interesting group of scientists who are the ones actually doing the work of making and sharing the ENCODE resource.
The NIH mission is to enhance health and reduce illness and disability. The NIH Directors Awards are an indication that the work that my colleagues and I do contributes in some small way to that really important mission. When ENCODE was started 20 years ago, we couldn't have imagined it would continue for so long, that it would support the work of so many scientists and would provide a resource to the scientific community that would last for decades. I feel really fortunate to have been part of the NHGRI team that worked on ENCODE and to have been able to work with many great researchers. Thank you to Eric for giving us the opportunity to work on this project. Looking across NIH, I can see a huge breadth and diversity of science and many really impactful projects. The NIH Directors Awards are a great reminder that I'm part of that bigger team and that there are many, many talented people helping to further the NIH and NHGRI missions.
Congratulations again to Mike and Dan and to many NHGRI staff members who have been involved in ENCODE for the past 20 years. The second award in the scientific medical category is the telomere to telomere team for uncovering the last unknown sequences of the human genome. The assembly of this complete genome was led by this team and was leveraged really some of the latest advances in sequencing technology and bioinformatic algorithms. The new reference genome corrects multiple errors in the current human reference sequence. It closes all the existing gaps, and it introduces nearly 200 million base pairs of novel sequence containing over 100 new genes that previously were unknown. The newly assembled genomic regions include centromeric satellite arrays for all the chromosomes and the complete p-arms, those are the short arms, of all 5 eccentric chromosomes, unlocking these complex regions of the genome for functional studies for the very first time. And so Adam Filippi will now share what receiving the NIH Director's Award means to him.
Thank you, Eric. This award, as you know, is especially meaningful to me because our work was able to bring closure to a project that the NIH spearheaded over 30 years ago. Launched in 1990, completed in 2003, the Human Genome Project was a Herculean effort that mapped life's code for the first time and transformed an entire field. However, there was a few highly repetitive regions, about 8% of the genome, that were beyond technology's reach at the time. And when I joined NHGRI in 2015, I promised to complete those gaps. And now, earlier this year, with the help of my colleagues here at NIH, with whom I share this award, and other members of our telomere to telomere consortium, we were finally able to do just that. It is especially sweet to be recognized by my colleagues here at NHGRI, like yourself, Dr. Green, and Dr. Collins, many others who were key contributors to the original Human Genome Project and have shepherded our institute ever since. Our consortium stood on your shoulders, and it's our honor to receive this award for a project with such a deep history at the NIH and NHGRI.
Congratulations again to Adam and the telomere to telomere team. In the administrative category, I'm happy to recognize the History of Eugenics Symposium team for extraordinary contributions to understanding the history of eugenics and scientific racism and their complex legacies in the modern health sciences. The symposium itself was transformative and catalyzed discussion at our institute and beyond, leaving people eager to continue these meaningful discussions and our teams eager to create new and innovative resources and events that promote honest, transparent conversation on these difficult topics. Sarah Bates and Christopher Donahue are here to share their thoughts about receiving this award.
Thank you, Ellen, and thank you, Eric. Eugenics and scientific racism are unscientific, unethical ideas and practices that have dehumanized so many, the harms of which are still felt today. This award represents the first time, however, that NHGRI and NIH have devoted a symposium to these complex topics, greatly contributing to NIH's ongoing anti-racism and inclusion efforts. The symposium was the result of a collaboration between the history and archiving efforts at NHGRI and the Office of Communications, illustrating the clear benefits of having historical expertise embedded within science communications. I'd like to thank the history program, which is co-led by Christopher Donahue and Brittany Kish, for their stellar leadership for this transformative event, which also included participation from the American Museum of Natural History and the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum. Thank you. Now over to Christopher.
Thank you, Sarah. I'm humbled by this award. The symposium was very much an institute-wide effort, bringing together the expertise of the NIH and the NHGRI in a fundamentally new way. Marius Torda, director of the Center for Medical Humanities at Oxford Brookes, and I developed the broad outlines of this event in March of 2020, and Marius graciously agreed to co-convene the symposium with me. Overcoming the challenges posed by the ongoing COVID pandemic, this symposium in many ways spoke to the moment, while also synergizing with ongoing equity and inclusion efforts here at the NIH. In closing, I would like to acknowledge the tireless efforts of the Office of Communications Chief Sarah Bates, as well as the Office of Communications. Eric Green and the Institute leadership have supported my work here for more than a decade, and I would not be giving these remarks without their steadfast counsel. Over to you, Ellen and Eric.
Congratulations once again, Christopher and Sarah and the entire team. In the NIH, in the mission support category, I'm pleased to recognize Elena Ghanem in recognition of sustained and ongoing efforts to promote and improve genomic data sharing at the NIH. Since joining NHGRI, Elena Ghanem has become a campus leader in data sharing. She has become indispensable to numerous data sharing efforts in general, and in particular, in the sharing of genomic data in both the extramural and intramural communities. Her contributions to data sharing are truly remarkable, deserving of recognition, and will have a long-term positive impact both within our institute and for our grantees. Elena, please share what you feel about the NIH Director's Award.
I am so very honored to be receiving an NIH Director's Award this year. To me, this award is so meaningful because it recognizes the continuous efforts that are required to make data sharing policies more understandable and impactful. This persistency requires a lot of effort, but it especially requires a lot of collaboration with my many, many wonderful colleagues here at NHGRI and beyond. This teamwork is a big part of why I love what I do. It is so special to be receiving this award as it validates that genomic data sharing is an important aspect of the overall NIH mission to accelerate and drive discoveries that ultimately lead to better health for everyone that we serve. Thanks, Ellen.
Congratulations, Elena. So our next awardee in the mission support category goes to Brenton Janos for outstanding support of the NHGRI scientific mission as a protocol navigator. He is truly an invaluable part of NHGRI's overall research endeavors, and I and the entire intramural NHGRI research community are grateful to him for his outstanding service and contributions. Brenton will now say a few words about his award.
Thank you, Ellen. I was so incredibly honored to receive the email notifying me that I was a recipient of an NIH Director's Award. I found myself pleasantly surprised that it actually meant a great deal to me that someone from my institute outside of my direct line of supervision or someone who I'm more prone to interact with on a day-to-day basis found value in the work that I do for them and the institute. For the person to take the time to submit the application was quite meaningful to me.
Congratulations, Brent. And in our final category, it's the mentoring category. And I am pleased to recognize Paul Liu for exemplary performance while demonstrating significant leadership, skill, and ability in serving as a mentor. Many of his mentees wrote strong letters of support, urging that it's time that Dr. Liu received a mentorship award due to his extraordinary leadership qualities. In fact, one of his mentees said, "When I think of the qualities of a good mentor, such as enabling scientific growth, accessibility to mentees, and dedication to research and members of the lab, Paul indisputably demonstrates all of them. Moreover, he never wavers from this constitution. This characteristic of being steadfast is the one I find the most admirable." Mentees describe him as deeply supportive, empathetic, patient, professional, tolerant, open-minded, kind, brilliant, wise, and the voice of calm and reason. Paul, please share a few words about what the NIH Director's Award means to you.
Thank you very much, Ellen. I'm really honored and humbled by this very prestigious award. Training and mentoring future scientists has always been one of my top priorities, and it's truly satisfying to see my past and current trainees successful. I've been lucky to have many outstanding trainees throughout my career. I learned many things from them, and I'm truly grateful for that many of them submitted strong letters for this award. Thank you all, and thank you NHGRI and NIH, Eric and Ellen, for providing such a supportive and stimulating environment for my research. Thank you.
Well, Paul, congratulations again. You and I have worked together at NHGRI for, I think, 28 years or so, and I absolutely recognize you as a truly outstanding mentor, and I'm very, very much deserving of this honor.
Thank you very much.
Well, congratulations to all of our awardees. As a reminder, we also have staff members at the Institute who are being recognized as part of a group by other institutes and centers. So please check out the links below this video to hear about their excellent work. So in closing, each year it gives me, Ellen, the entire NHGRI leadership great pride to see so many NHGRI staff members being recognized by the NIH director at the NIH Director's Award ceremony. Thanks to all of the award recipients for your remarkable contributions to NHGRI and to NIH. And once again, please join me in virtually congratulating this year's awardees.